effects of mentorship is that the world is complicated. Things are getting worse. Life is getting more complicated. There's a lot of technology. There's a lot of confusion. For your information, when some of us were in school, the courses on offer were, like, I did Bachelor of Science in Physics. That was the only option available at the university there. Now, under physics, at the moment, I understand. And it would even have happened here. I remember when I was here, I interacted with the students from the physics department. It was just physics. Now, you go to JQuat, you hear, there is radiology. There is control and instrumentation. There is geophysics. There is geology. Now, it actually means that you as a young person, you are having too many choices. And it means perhaps you need some guidance. At the same time, KBC, I don't know when last some of you, let me check. When did you last listen to KBC? Radio or watch TV? Do you know that KBC exists? Yes, I think some people know because of Africa Cup of Nations. Still, the brothers are. Do you know there is a time when KBC was the only channel for news, it was the only channel for radio, it was everything. So you have no option. Right now, you turn on your phone, not even phone. There was a radio. And there was one operator of that radio. It was the man of the home. Right now, every one of you has a radio because you have a phone. Right? So the power that my father had is no longer there. Rather, it's no longer available to your father or to your mother because if you have a phone, then the power of that radio being on and everyone being silent at 7 o'clock to listen to the news has been taken away from your father or your mother or your guardian. You get what is happening? And so mentors want to do it. The mentees, you guys want to be mentored. I also want to be mentored. I'm not. I'm pretty young, actually. But you see, brothers and sisters, mentorship is complicated. And sometimes why it is complicated because there's a narrow perspective to mentorship. Because some people want to replicate themselves in you. So they say, this guy is not responding to my mentorship. They are not becoming like me. They want you to pray like them, they want you to eat like them, they want you to sit like them, they want you to have a deep voice like them, everything. But secondly, some of the mentors want to have absolute control on you. But thirdly, some mentors consider themselves experts in all fields. So I'm saying, brother, I am your mentor, I'm your spiritual mentor. Don't worry, some places here and here are some mentors. So you find that you, as the person being mentored, therefore, lack something. Why? Because you want to look at me as yourself. You want me to mentor you in matters, career. Now, you may wonder, this guy is a bit confused. Because he did physics, he has not practiced physics, he's now doing leadership, but he's a preacher. You see, when you look at me like that, you say, no, this guy is not fit for my career. here, he has a wife, and he has 2 kids. Right? And then you decide, I think this guy can mentor me on matters, family and marriage. But career, if you want to be a lecturer, for example, you want more to learn more with your lecturer than you want to learn with me. Unless you are not sure about the course you are doing, and so you come to me and ask me, Joseph, so what is the problem? Do you have a problem as in, there are some questions you ask but you don't voice them. Like one of your alumni here is now a pastor somewhere. I think he did chemistry. So you're like, you are not sure whether to. But now I come to you and I tell you, I have gone to the university, I have an degree, so I can mentor you in your career. But there's something you are saying that's not working. So the problem is that when I come to you, when the senior people come to you, and they express absolute power on you in terms of mentorship, it means that they will only mentor you in a certain area, and miss out on other areas. And one of the things that I'm proposing there is that you, as a person that is looking for mentorship, you can actually be at liberty to diversify mentors. And therefore have a mentor in matters family, have a mentor in matters finances, have a mentor in matters career, among other areas. Now, I have taken time to take all this long introduction to then ask ourselves this question. What is mentorship? And two, do you have a mentor? Now, let us appreciate the present worship team. Let us just put our hands together and appreciate them. And when we began singing the song Ninasiri, all of you were so excited, were so happy. They were doing it like it was in Rwanda. Right? So, is that membership? As in, the present worship is singing a song, right? They have not written it. They don't have the rights to it. But they are singing as if they are. That guy is called who? Israel. Isn't that mentorship? Why are you hesitating to say yes? So mentorship is actually a relationship between two individuals, whereby the more experienced person is committed to provide development support to the other less experienced person. Now, take note, I'm not talking about order. Whereas it is true, whereas it is possible that I can mentor you because I'm older, let me tell you, until last year, after using WhatsApp for about 7-8 years, the status on my WhatsApp was, hey, I am using WhatsApp. Until one of these young guys came and said, some people struggle calling my name Nandala because it's full of, so they call me Nance. Say, Nance, I think I can help you change your WhatsApp. They say this is where you go. Then now I wrote something there. If you have my phone number, you may need something there. Now that's mentorship because I did know that you can do so much with WhatsApp. But I'm all right. But surely, if you want matters to do with a child, maybe you don't have one. So I can have the privilege of therefore mentoring. And so, in our context, and in the definition, and I choose that definition because mentorship always goes both ways. Let me tell you that I don't know, there's a clip that was going around some times back. President Uhuru was in Kisumu, Moi Stadium actually, to be specific, towards the end of his term. And you see, President Uhuru, like any other politician, is a politician. So when you go and you're being welcomed by the dancers, you have to join in the dancing and do some jig. Now, there were two gentlemen in that meeting, alongside the president. One was Dr. Fred Matiang'i. Dr. Fred Matiang'i was also dancing. Now, TND is now confusing my time. That guy was also dancing. And I don't know if you saw that clip. You know, he was just moving his body like okay, he was kind of making some movements. Next to them was Professor Magoha, the late. And Professor Magoha was standing, holding his hands like this. I'm just looking at the president and other people dance. He was completely unmoved.